Let me turn quickly to Mario Cimoli. You have exactly 1 minute, Mario. No, I'm kidding. You have, you have 3, yes. And what we want you to tell us is how do we rebuild the bridge between financial and the real economy, please. And we welcome, of course, the Minister of France. Welcome, bienvenido. Bienvenido.
I want to be very brief. I want to make an exercise. The exercise is the following. We suppose that after this meeting, everything has been solved about the financial structure. It's working well, everything is fine. Argentina has a negotiation with the MFA that is good, everything is fine. But we know that to support that in the medium and long term, we need to increase productivity in the region. If you look about what productivity is about in the region, it has to be like, what we call there in Latin America. You are in the UCI, in the hospital, people are putting everything to move your productivity, your health, everything like that. So we know that if we can move productivity and increase industrial products, it's going to be very difficult. Also, if we can arrive to have an arrangement, okay, it's going to be difficult to sustain the sustainability in the long term. That is a fact. But in that sense, I want to put 2 issues that we can understand. We put clearly in the document by ECLA that is called the inefficiency of inequality, okay? You know that 80% of the employment in Latin America is in small and medium firms. You know that. You know that the productivity of small and medium firms is about the 20% of the productivity of the large and medium other firms. This we have low productivity, large employment, low informality. The question is how we can to make a compatibility that I know the Minister of the Region now that really is the problem. I know that our friend Matthias Kulfas is doing that. It's difficult also. How we can move the industrial system and to bridge and to reach productivity to sustain the processes. And there is the issue about what is the structural variables. We need structural reforms? Probably yes, but we need a structural reform that has to be more market labor flexibility, has to be to reduction of expenditure, or has to be more industrial, technological policy, trade agreement, and so on. I think it's in the second fight. The other thing is prove it every time, and we don't have results. We need the compatibility of this creation of this bridge to solve the problem, on the other side to sustain the productive system. And we need to sustain the productive system with more industrial policy, technological policy, to create more arrangement and more possibility to intellectual property right, and we need a package. Latin America, for example, can do that by itself, or we need cooperation with France, with Spain, with other countries. We need cooperation on that point. It's clearly we need cooperation, because we can have a symmetry on industrial policy that Europe have, and Latin America don't have any industrial policy or technological one. We can have any trade agreement. If we have in the United States, they have a defense policy, that industrial policy that is very strong, and Latin America don't have any industrial policy. Because if we don't do that, the only thing that we can have is to create more flexibility in labor market, to reduce the expenditure, to reduce the welfare system, is going to be the non-sustainability of the productive in the long term to the debts. This is a crucial problem. This asymmetry is important, and we need a new view on that. The second time is time consistency. Because we can make an arrangement in 2, 3, 4, 6 months, I don't know. But to increase productivity, to improve capabilities in the region needs 2 or 3 years. It's not clearly it's going to be like that. This problem of productivity is not only a problem of Latin America, it's only a problem of Europe. In different countries, there we need cooperation. I think we need a bridge on that. We need to rethink how the industrial structure have to be compatible with other things. And the other problem, and I close with that, the financial system in Latin American countries is concentrated. There is no resources for production activities. There is no development bank. It's very poor. We need this package has to be supported small and medium firms. And this is a crucial point, because if we don't have that, every time we are going to be the vicious circles, and we are going to have no sustainability in the long term. I think it's important also to have a cooperation with other countries in terms of agreement. We have probably what to rethink about Mercosur. Mercosur have to be more cooperation and less trade. More cooperation on technology, digital, intellectual property, and so on, and to create a more productive integration in global value chain. That is an issue. If the region can support in the medium and long term this process with a higher productivity, to diversify the production structure, to increase productivity in small and medium firms, I think we can arrange everything, but in the long term, it's going to be very difficult. Cooperation is not only with international institutions, but it's also con country. That country has in the best position. Thank you.
Thank you, Mario. In your perfect world, in this perfect world, you said that after we leave here, we have to improve productivity. And we're going to hear from our very key panelists of the next round, if we can increase productivity at the same time we do more for the environmentally sustainable sector. Can we find new ways to grow, new ways to improve productivity? And I'm sure Minister Le Maire is going to tell us something about it, and Deputy Prime Minister Calvillo as well. I know Jeffrey Sachs wants to speak, and many of you, but the first thing I'm going to do is to invite you for a coffee. I think we all need it. But 15 minutes from now, we will start, I hope with all of you. Thank you so much.